Welcome back, man. Man, welcome back to the Road Trip Kingdom Builders. Road Trippers, Akeem and Akatim. Brothers and sisters, mothers, fathers, aunties, and uncles, grandmas, and grandpas. Everybody in the house, shalom, shalom, man. That's right, man. Shalom. Welcome back to the Road Trip. Man, peace and blessings to you, your homes, your dwelling places, right? Where you stay at. Your loved ones, your friends, your children, of course. And those pets, man. Little fur babies, little fur nagas. That's right, man. Let's dip in, man. All praises to the Most High, Abba Yahweh, man. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh, through Yahweh Shai, we get that glory, boy. You know what I'm saying? We get that glory, boy. You know what I'm saying? Through Yahweh Shai, man. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, nigga. All right. That's the king, the high priest, man. The best example. That's the order of Melchizedek, boy. Honors to the Ruach HaKodesh, the comforter, the indweller. That's right, the dove. But my love and my respect goes out to each and every single one of you, Kingdom Builders, Road Trippers. And thank you for being here again, man. I appreciate it. I really do. I need you here, man. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. All right. I'm going to take you on a tour real quick of this altar. All right. Swapped everything out, man. It was car wash day today. You know what I mean? Put the old school Chevy boy up top right here. Knuckle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some of you old heads can appreciate that. Ain't that right? Yahweh Ram. Each one reach one. I love you, man. Love you. All right, man. So we're going to go on a tour real quick of the altar. We're going to throw some incense up on here. And we're going to eat a little bit of that salt. We're going to go ahead and read chapter 7. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do today. What are we doing? We're back in the works of Flavius Josephus. Flavius Josephus. The Antiquities of the Yahudim. The Jewish Antiquities. Or them Judites, boy. Huh? Chapter 7. This is book number 6, chapter 7. Saul's war with the Amalekites and conquest of them. Sounds like there's some ass getting whooped in this chapter, boy. We're going to read about it, though. We got a couple sections. Let's see. We got 5 sections in one note. And that's going to take us to the door. But before we get into this, the scrolls, like I said, we're going to go on a little tour of this altar, all right? Let's get ready. Let's wash our hands, man. Before we touch the holy things, man. Wash your hands, boy. What's wrong with you, man? Can you step into the house of Yahweh? Huh? Where 2 or 3 or more gathered, man. The Ruach HaKodesh is with us. Let's begin. Hold on. Alright, so let's start on the for me on the east end, huh? Alright, so we got the what you got? The Ark of the Covenant, man. The Ark, boy! And we're gonna open that up real quick. Hold on. Relax. Hold on. Gotta be delicate with all this stuff, man. You don't wanna mess nothing up. Inside this ark, we don't have the holy things, but we got incense. We're gonna use that. We're gonna light one up. Okay. Put the lid back on the ark. Got the olive oil. We'll wet the horns. We're just going ahead and wet the horns right here on this altar of incense, huh, man? Put the olive oil. There you go, man. The border of the ark, man. There you go. Put some olive oil on the shoe bread. And we'll put some on the horns over here on the other altar too, and I'll show you. Got the olive oil. Go ahead and put that on the altar. Let's go ahead and light this incense up right now while we're here, because we're not gonna circle back. Okay, let's get this incense burning a little bit. This frankincense. Yeah. All right. So while we're here, talk about the basins here. Got a little bit of olive oil, virgin olive oil. It doesn't even look gold. It almost looks clear. Let me see if I can show you. Hold on. It's virgin, the cleanest of the cleanest oil way right inside there. It's almost like clear, man. You know what I mean? And it's been aged. It's been sitting there for a little while. You know what I mean? And so all the impurities evaporate out and they go out into the air, and so you're left with nothing but the actual oil, man. Alright, so now we got that blew out. Now, incense burning. Good. Cool. Now, we already dipped the four horns with olive oil, and eat a little bit of salt real quick. Yahweh's going to bless this tongue. We're going to read some scripture. Alright. So let's go through the rest of the tour. So you got the Ark of the Covenant, the altar of incense, obviously, right? The table of shewbread. See that right there? We put a little bit of olive oil on top of those cakes, nigga. Alright. Get the lampstand back there in the back, man. You already know what's going on. Got the basin. You see us dipping in, nigga. See us getting cleaned up. Before we talk. Altar of sacrifice. Right? We put some olive oil on the horns of that. Alright. Got a little bit of ash. I transfer the ashes from the altar of sacrifice. The altar of incense to the altar of sacrifice. I don't actually sacrifice nothing. We don't do that no more. Yahweh gave us YUHHHHH. He was the last lamb. We don't need to sacrifice nothing else, man. You see what I'm saying? It's just simulation. That's all it is. It's just for aesthetics, all right? So, we did a little tour of the altar. Nothing unrighteous about it, right? Okay, cool. So, let's go ahead and read. All right? No further ado. Let's pull up the scrolls. What we got going on? All right, so we already talked about we're going to be reading chapter 7 today. Chapter 7, Saul's war with the Amalekites and conquest of them. All right. Let's prepare our minds and our hearts to meet the Most High Yahweh through Yahushai, and the indwelling of the Ruach HaKodesh on this next journey, on this next road trip, to getting deeper and deeper into the Word, okay? All praises to the Most High. No further ado, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, fellas in the back, sit down. Hey, man. Come on, you know it's time to read, boy. Come on, man. Gotta keep telling y'all niggas. Let's get ready to start. Chapter 7. Let's begin. chapter 7, section 1, and it reads, Now Samuel came unto Saul and said to him that he was sent by the Most High Yahweh to put him in mind that the Most High had preferred him before all others and ordained him king, that he therefore ought to be obedient to him and to submit to his authority, as considering that though he had the dominion over the other tribes, yet that the Most High Yahweh had dominion over him and over all things. That accordingly the Most High said to him that because the Amalekites did the Hebrews a great deal of mischief while they were in the wilderness, and also remember when upon their coming out of Mizraim, Egypt, they were making their way to that country, which is now their own. I ask you to punish the Amalekites by making war upon them. Go get them niggas, man. You better smoke them. And when you have subdued them, to leave none of them alive, but to pursue them through every age. Through every age? Oh, you mean like generations and generations? You mean like perpetually, Abba, Father? You mean like those are always going to be our enemies for like forever and forever? And yet today we see these people, boy? Let's continue reading. And to pursue them through every age, and to slay them, beginning with the women and the infants. Beginning with the women and the infants? Whoa! And to require this as punishment to be inflicted upon them for the mischiefs they did to our forefathers, to spare nothing, neither asses nor their beasts, nor to reserve any of them for their own advantage or possession. There's a reason for that. We're going to talk about that. But to devote them universally to the Most High Yahweh in obedience and to commands of Moshe, right? To the commands of Moshe to blot out the name of Amalek entirely. You got to kill these boys, man. Read Obadiah, nigga. That's the end of section 1. Read Obadiah, man. These people got to go. And do you know the reason? It's in section 1, by the way. Do you know the reason why the Most High Yahweh said that you need to kill their cattle too? Like, why would you not keep their cows? There's a reason, and you can fact check this, but you gotta know that the Amalekites were sorcerers. They were dealing in witchcraft, and they weren't 100% human. And some of these people, they're witches, man. They're witches and warlocks. I'm giving you the raw truth. And they had the ability to change shape. Yeah, the truth is crazier than fiction, man. I'm telling you. They could change their shape, and they could hide within the cows and the cattle. They could hide within the beasts of the field. So you had to kill all of their cattle, because if you didn't, one might be remaining out there hiding. I'm telling you, these people are not human beings, bro. They have the likeness of man. They are not men. You don't understand what you're really living in. This world is not really what you think it is. Stop playing. Get some understanding, for real. Let's read section 2. So, section 2, and it reads, So Saul promised to do what he was commanded, and supposing that his obedience to the Most High would be shown, not only in making war against the Amalekites, but more fully in the readiness and quickness of his proceedings, he made no delay, but immediately gathered together all his forces. And when he had numbered them in Gilgal, he found them to be about 400,000 of the Israelites, besides the tribe of Judah. For that tribe contained by itself 30,000 accordingly. Saul made an invasion into the country of the Amalekites and set many men in several parties in ambush, and the river that so he might not only do them a mischief by open fighting, but might fall upon them unexpectedly in the ways, and might thereby compass them about all around and kill them, nigga. And when he had joined battle with an enemy, he beat them, and pursuing them as they fled, he destroyed them all. As they're running off, he's killing them. He's killing them one by one on the road. You know what I mean? And it's not happening all at once. Imagine you go about a day's way down the road. There's people that are tired, man. They need some water. They're sitting there. Oh, you one of them Nagas? And you just kill them right there on the site, man. Kill them. Right? You don't even bury them. You just kick them off to the side of the road. Let the birds eat them. All right, let's continue reading. And when that undertaking had succeeded according as the Most High had foretold, this was Yahweh's will. He set upon the cities of the Amalekites. He besieged them and took them by force, partly by warlike machines, partly by mines dug underground, and partly by building walls on the outside. Some they starved out with famine, and some they gained by other methods. And after all, he began to slay the women and the children, and thought he did not act therein either barbarously or inhumanely. First, because they were enemies, whom he thus treated. And in the next place, because it was done by the command of the Most High, Abana Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who it was dangerous not to obey. So if you don't do what Yahweh says, you're in more danger. It doesn't matter how inhumane his law or his rule is. He says, man, I need you to go into this city and kill 50,000 babies. Well, you better get to it, and you better do it gloriously, nigga, because guess what? It doesn't matter how you feel about what he said. He said, kill 50,000 babies. Well, I'm going to kill 50,001 babies if he gives me one extra baby. I don't care how that sounds to you. I don't care about your feelings. I care about being obedient to my Father, Abba Yahweh, the creator of all things. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the king and high priest who I obey, nigga. That's what this is all about. Let's continue reading. He says, whom it was dangerous not to obey, nigga. He also took Agag, the enemy's king, captive, the beauty and tallness of whose body he admired so much that he thought him worthy of preservation. Yet this was not done, however, according to the will of the Most High Yahweh, but by giving way to human passions, and suffering himself to be moved with an inappropriate compassion in a point where it was not safe for him to indulge it. For the Most High hated the nation of the Amalekites to such a degree that he commanded Saul to have no pity on even those infants, which we by nature chiefly pity. But Saul preserved the king and governor from the miseries which the Hebrews brought on the people, as if he preferred the fine appearance of the enemy to the memory of what the Most High Yahweh had sent to him about. Like, man, you forgot your mission, boy? The multitude were also guilty. The multitude were also guilty together with Saul, for they spared the heads of the flocks and took them for spoils, when the Most High Yahweh had commanded they should not spare any of them. They also carried off with them the rest of their wealth and riches. But if there were anything that was not worthy of regard, that they destroyed. They didn't listen to not nothing, boy. They didn't hear nothing. That's the end of section 2. And that's the reason why a lot of our people got whooped, man. And it's for good reason. They didn't listen. They didn't listen at all. Let's continue reading, though. Let's see what else happens, man. What else befell our people in a different light. We've already read this before in the KJV. This is just Josephus. All right, in section 3 is a shorty. But when Saul, nigga, had conquered all these Amalekites that reached from Pelusium of Mizraim, Egypt, to the Red Sea, he laid waste all the rest of the enemy's country. But for the nation of the Shechemites, he did not touch them, although they dwelt in the very middle of the country of Midian. For before the battle, Saul had sent to them and charged them to depart from there, lest they should be partakers of the miseries of the Amalekites, for he had a just occasion for saving them, since they were of the family of Raul, Moshe, right? Moshe's father-in-law. That's the end of section 3, right? Having pity on these boys. Hey, man, you better get out of there, man. Only reason why we're giving you a heads up because you're kin of kin. You're kin of our kin, boy. If not, you're about to get rocked up, nigga. All right, so let's do section 4. What do you think? All right, cool. All right. Section 4, and it reads, But Saul returned home with joy for the glorious things he had done, and for the conquest of his enemies, as though he had not neglected anything which the prophet had directed him to do. He was going to make war with the Amalekites, as though he had exactly observed all that he ought to have done. But the Most High Yahweh was grieved that the king of the Amalekites was preserved alive, and that the multitude had seized on the cattle for spoils. So wait a minute, Yahweh was grieved because you left the nigga alive? He wanted him dead, boy. In the future, listen, brothers, in the future, when Yahweh says kill something, bring him before Yahweh Shai and slam before his feet. Make it clean. There's no issues. All right? No conversation. A dead man's a dead man, man. They're already dead man walking. Call them zombies, boy. Let's continue reading. But the Most High was grieved that the king of the Amalekites was preserved alive, and the multitude had seized on the cattle for spoils, because these things were done without his permission. For he thought it an intolerable thing that they should conquer and overcome their enemies by the power which he gave them, and then that he himself should be so grossly despised and disobeyed by them, that a mere man, that the king, that was a king, would not bear it. He therefore told Samuel the prophet that he repented that he had made Saul king. He said, I repent that I even made you a king, nigga. While he did nothing that he had commanded him, but indulged in his own inclinations. When Samuel heard that, he was in confusion, and began to beg the Most High Yahweh all that night to be reconciled to Saul, and not to be angry with him. But he did not grant that forgiveness to Saul, which the prophet asked for, as not deeming it fit thing to grant forgiveness of such sins at his pleas, since injuries do not otherwise grow so great except by the ease tempers of those that are injured, right? Think about it. For while they hunt after the glory of being thought gentle and good-natured before they are aware, they produce other sins. As soon, therefore, as the Most High Yahweh had rejected the intercession of the prophet, and it plainly appeared he would not change his mind at break of day, Samuel came to Saul at Gilgal. When the king saw him, he ran to him and embraced him and said, I return thanks to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who has given me this victory. For I have performed everything that he has commanded me. To which Samuel replied, How is it then that I hear the bleating of the sheep and the lowing of the greater cattle in the camp, nigga? You brought back cattle? Oh my goodness, I'm getting heated up. Saul made answer. He made an answer that the people had reserved them for sacrifices, but that as to the nation of the Amalekites, it was entirely destroyed, as he had received in the command to see done, and that no one man was left, but that he had saved alive the king alone, and brought him to him, concerning who they would advise together what should be done with him. That's not what was asked of you, nigga. You didn't pay attention. Let's listen. But the prophet said, the Most High Yahweh is not delighted with sacrifices, but with good and with righteous men, who are such as follow his will and his laws, and never think that anything is well done by them, but when they do it as the Most High Yahweh had commanded them, that he then looks upon himself as affronted, not when anyone does not sacrifice, but when anyone appears to be disobedient to him, nigga. But that from those who do not obey him nor pay him that duty, which is the sole true and acceptable worship, he will not kindly accept their offerings. But those who offer ever so many and so fat, and be the presents, they make him ever so ornamental. Nay, though they were made of gold and silver themselves, but he will reject them and esteem them instances of wickedness and not of piety, and that he is delighted with those that still bear in mind this one thing, and this only, how to do that whatever it be, which the Most High Yahweh pronounces or commands for them to do, and to choose rather to die than to transgress any of those commands, nor does he require so much as a sacrifice of them. We don't do that. You obey. Pay attention. And when these do sacrifice, though it be a mean offering, he better accepts it as the honor of poverty than such offerings as come from the richest men that offer them to him. So take notice that you are under the wrath of the Most High Yahweh, for you have despised and neglected what he commanded you. How do you then suppose that he will respect a sacrifice out of such things as he has doomed to destruction? How? Unless perhaps you do imagine that it is almost all one to offer it in the sacrifice of the Most High Yahweh as to destroy it. Expect therefore that your kingdom will be taken from you, and that authority which you have abused by such insolent behavior as to neglect that the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who bestowed it upon you, nigga. Then did Saul confess that he had acted unjustly, and did not deny that he had sinned because he had transgressed the injunctions of the prophet. And he said that it was out of the dread of fear of the soldiers that he did not prohibit and restrain them when they seized on the spoils. But forgive me, he said. Forgive me, it's too late, boy. And be merciful to me, for I will be cautious how I offend for the time to come. He also entreated the prophet to go back with him, that he might offer him thanks offerings to the Most High Yahweh. But Samuel went home. He said, nah, nigga, I ain't going with you, boy. Because he saw that the Most High Yahweh would not be reconciled to him. I'm not going with you, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting me jammed up, man. You ain't getting me jammed up. That's the end of section 4, though. Section 5, and it reads, man, to the door. But then Saul was so desirous to restrain Samuel, and he took hold of his cloak, and because the vehemence of Samuel's departure made the motion to be violent, the cloak was rent. He ripped his shirt, man. I'm trying to get away from this nigga. He grabbed me, he ripped my shirt. You know what I'm saying? The prophet's trying to get away from the king. He ripped his cloak, upon which the prophet said that after the same manner should the kingdom be ripped from him. The same way you ripped my cloak, the same way that the Yahweh was gonna rip this kingdom away from your hands, you punk ass nigga, boy. And that's basically what happened. After the same manner should the kingdom be rent from him, and that a good and a just man should take that. That the Most High Yahweh preserved him what he would decree about him, that to be fickle and changeable in what is determined is agreeable to human passions only, but is not agreeable to the divine power, divine Elohim. But Saul said that he had been wicked, but that what was done could not be undone. He therefore asked that Samuel honor him so far, that the multitude might see what he would accompany him in worshiping the Most High Yahweh. So Samuel granted him that favor and went with him to worship the Most High. Agag also, the king of the Amalekites, was brought to him. And when the king asked how bitter death was, Samuel said, as you have made many of the Hebrew mothers to lament and bewail the loss of their children, boy, so shall you by your death cause your mother to lament you also. Accordingly, he gave order to slay him immediately at Gilgal, and then went away to the city Ramah. Kill this nigga. He said, how bitter is death gonna be? He said, it's gonna be as bitter as you made everybody else feel it, boy. Slay him before him, man. Kill him. And I'm going to Ramah. That's the end of section 5. That's the end of chapter 7. Let's read this point and hit the door. Let's get out of here. That incense cooked all the way down. You saw that? This was a good read. All right, man. Point number 1 on the notes, and it reads, the reason of this severity is distinctly given. 1 Samuel, reference 1 Samuel 15 and 18. Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, nor indeed do we ever meet with these Amalekites, but as very cruel and bloody people, and particularly seeking to injure and utterly to destroy the nation of Yasharal, Israel. See Exodus 17:18 through 16, and also Numbers 14 and 45. Deuteronomy 25:17 through 19, also Judges 6:3, and also Judges 6 and 6. Also 1 Samuel 15 and 33, Psalms 83 and 7. I was about to go off the rails. Psalms 83 and 7. You piece of. We can't stand you people, man. We got fatigue of Amalekites, man, and we can't wait to see y'all go down, man. Chud the Builder and everyone who looks like you, Chud. Those are Amalekites, nigga. And above all, the most barbarous of all cruelties, that of human, the Agagite, or one of the posterity of Agag, the old king of the Amalekites. Reference Esther 3:1 through 15, and we hate y'all, man. That's righteous hatred, and we hate you for a good reason. We can't wait to either sell y'all to the Sabians or just watch the Most High beckon and ask us to bring you before his feet so we can slay you before the feet of YUHHHHH, man, and watch you die and your blood bleeds out on his feet, and we rub your blood all over the horns of the altar, nigga. Can't wait for that, man. Huh? It's righteous hatred, bitch. Yep. Coming back to you. What goes around comes around, nigga. We're gonna get this right. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna clean this all up, man. And that's the end of chapter 7. That's the end of all the notes and all that shit, man. That's the end of all of it. I love you, man. Forgive my language, but I don't care, man. I'm not trying to come smooth tongue, man. I'm not giving you itching ears, no scratching, bitch. But for all mine who are out here who really kingdom builders, lovers of the truth, walking in the way, I love you all. And I apologize that you had to hear that, okay? Talking to these Amalekites, man. Talking to these Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? These scoffers and mockers of the word of our king, man. Of our father, man. They mock and they scoff and they laugh at it like it's not real. I get pissed off, man. Righteously pissed off, man. But thank you for being here. Let's continue on the next one, all right?
Purchase your beats today.
So all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Abba Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Waha Ruach HaKadosh, Kingdom Builders, Road Trippers. My love and my respect goes to you, Akim and Akatim, boy. You know what I'm saying? Love you out here. I love you, man. Road Trippers. Thank you for being here. And it's very road trip appropriate that until we read again, until we speak again, until we meet again, be safe out here on these roads. Travel safely, especially if you got them little kiddies in the car, you know what I mean? Drive safe up and down the roads to and fro in your prospective places, right? All praises to the Most High. Shalom. I love you all. And Yahweh willing, I will see you very soon on the next one, which is going to be chapter 8, how upon Saul's transgression of the prophet's commands, Samuel ordained another person to be king privately, whose name was Dawid, or David, nigga, as the Most High Yahweh commanded him, boy. And that's the seed. That's the seed bloodline of who you are, boy. We're David's seed, nigga. All praises to the Most High. I love you all, and I'll see you all very, very soon on the next one, Yahweh willing. I love you. Y'all, man. Yes.